From the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
The beginning of spring can mean a lot of things. Birds chirping, flowers blooming, and MIZZOU spring football. The Tigers had their last workout before they head off for spring break. Now, we have no word on who's going where, but we do have some highlights from yesterday's scrimmage. And yes, sir, we're not going to mess around. Full pads all the way through. Derek Washington with a 10-yard run for a first down. Washington had 7 carries for 31 yards. Now, second-team offense on the field. Jimmy Costello off the hands of tight end Eric Waters and intercepted by Kevin Rutland. MIZZOU defense looking good. They had 3 interceptions in the scrimmage. And then wide receiver Jarrell Jackson comes around the corner for the handoff, and he gets too fast, too furious down the sideline. Jackson, he also had 5 catches. And then Blaine Gabbert finds Michael Egnew, the junior from Plano, Texas, my hometown. Gabbert, 12 for 16 for 85 yards. The Missouri defense beats the offense 23-18, but we'll see what happens in the black and gold game this April 17th at 1 o'clock. And currently, the Tiger basketball team doesn't have anybody from Texas on its roster, but that'll change next season. From the Dallas area, Phil Pressey and Tony Mitchell signed with MIZZOU. The Dallas Morning News named Mitchell its Boys High School Basketball Player of the Year. Mitchell played for Pinkston High School and averaged 20 points and 13 rebounds a game this season. Fellow future Tiger Phil Pressey also made the Dallas Morning News All-Area team. And the NCAA tournament happened yesterday. That means my brackets just keep getting worse. Another #1 seed is done, and Butler did it. They beat Syracuse 63-59. If you like the board game Clue, you could say that the Butler did it in Salt Lake City. Kansas State beat Xavier in the double overtime. They'll play Butler. And West Virginia, they continue to play. They knock off Washington 69-56, and they take on Kentucky, who were just too smart for Cornell. They beat the Big Red 62-45. Now, forget about batting averages, forget about home runs, and forget the ERAs in spring training. Just think about having a full, healthy team when the season starts. The St. Louis Cardinals' Albert Pujols had a bad enough back to keep him from playing this week. But Pujols returned yesterday, and it was spring training against the Mets. And in the first, watch Albert Pujols. John Maine gets him looking. Albert, go figure, he really doesn't agree with that call. And then Brendan Ryan, he takes John Maine on a spring break trip all the way to left field and puts the Cards up early, 1-0. In the fourth, Albert gets the last laugh, and he goes deep. That puts the Cards up 2-0. The Mets, well, they'll add a run in the fifth, but the Cards get the win 2-1. And the nationally ranked Tiger softball team has won 22 of its 25 non-conference games. But this weekend, they'll start battling the Big 12. The Tigers' first conference game will be at Oklahoma. And MIZZOU is ranked 3rd in the nation. Oklahoma is ranked as high as 9th. The Tigers are led by pitcher Chelsea Thomas. Now, the sophomore is 12 for 1 with a 1.72 ERA this season. And talk about dominant. She has 123 strikeouts in 77 innings. Not to mention, she's also thrown 2 no-hitters.
I go into every game pitching the same way, like pitching to someone who's, you know, the greatest player, greatest hitter, to not so great, but I got to pitch them the same way every time.
Oklahoma, they're always tough, you know, but it's kind of good in a way because it's the team that we want to beat. You know, they've been on top for a long time, and you know we're getting there, and you know we'll see what we're made of.
And we'll see what happens as Big 12 play commences. So back at the news desk with Megan and Lauren.
It was crazy last night.
I know, but I went to bed early because I had to get up early for this, so I really didn't catch it. I have to catch the replays.
Exactly. Brackets are busting all over the place.
I know, it's crazy.
It is. Thank you.